for black girl nerds.
Sun and beach beaten no more. Look at you pretty ladies today.
You know?
Your characters went through a lot during that time on the island, and it was very reflective in how they presented you. It gave it that much more authenticity. When I think of,
That was not makeup. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, were they whipping you guys? I don't know.
Go ahead.
With Rachel and Nora, two sisters who couldn't be more different, but still were a bit of yin and yang for each other until they weren't. Rain, for you, for Rachel, they say that sometimes the strongest friend is always the one you have to check on. They're usually the most vulnerable, but they have this tough exterior. Would you say that's an accurate way to describe her and her journey throughout the season?
Oh, 100%. She's the one that has that tough exterior that seems really strong on the outside, but really the strong one in the relationship is Nora. And I think in the beginning that really bugs Rachel because she does everything in her power to be strong, and she doesn't know how to be strong without her sister, but that's not a bad thing. Her sister is teaching her how to be strong, but she has to be willing to learn the lesson.
Absolutely. And Helena, when I think of Nora, it makes me think of the story of like the tortoise and the hare, because the two of you move at very different paces until the shoes switch and we learn a little bit more about who Nora is at the core. How would you describe somebody like Nora? Because I thought of ways to ask you about her without ruining what happens during her journey on the show.
I would say she's very underestimated. I would say she's kind of, not shy, but definitely more reserved than the average person. She knows she's observant and she's logical, and she likes to take care of Rachel. She wants to take care of Rachel. That's what she knows. But also in doing that, she's sacrificed a lot of herself, and she doesn't necessarily know who she is. A person like Nora is the caregiver. And in those relationships, I think the identity is blurred, but this opportunity gives not only Nora, but Rachel the ability to find their identities. It's always been there, but they are separating from this, it's not volatile, but it's very dependent relationship. And they still love each other. They still, need each other when they need each other. But it's not so toxic or one-sided, draining.
Yeah. What I appreciated about with the big ensemble cast, it's like a struggle to make sure everybody gets their time. And you all really had some memorable moments every time you appeared on camera. Rain, what were some of your favorite moments on the show? Maybe just even from just episode 1, from the initial landing.
Literally every scene with Helena. It was so special to tell this story of sisterhood. And the interesting story is you have these two twins that couldn't be further apart. And I loved sharing that journey of them coming together.
Absolutely. Thank you, ladies. Super good. Super good. Kaiser Soze over there. But I'm gonna clip this part out, so people have to figure that out on their own. Thank you, ladies.
So much.
Thank you.
Take care.
All the best.
You
Thank
too.
you. And let's.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerds. Better shake your booties for black girl nerds.